I'm in love with you, and I just can't help it myself. I'm in love.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know how you guys are doing. Give me a sound check, please. We had issues with sound yesterday. I want to make sure the sound is good and everybody can see everything that I'm doing. So please let me know if you guys are seeing me. I know you guys are seeing me. Let me know if you guys are hearing me. Let's see if we got this going here. Let me see if I'm seeing everything here. Am I popping up? Yeah, okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Are you guys seeing me? Yeah, you should be seeing me. Does anybody hear me? All good? All good means sound is good. I just need to make sure sound is good. Just tell me sound is good. Because we had an issue with sound before. I want to make sure that we're good. I want to also do one other thing. Hang on a second here, guys. Let me see if I could fix this. Okay, let me see if I go to this lady trading layout. Give you guys a little more room. Still good? Everything is good. You still hear me? Everything is great, right? We're in good shape. All right, awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm looking at gold. I am looking at Bitcoin, which is the two things we're going to trade today. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we're going to just buy right up here right now. Just start up our position. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, we're in position. Okay, good. We're in position on Bitcoin because Bitcoin just broke to the upside. um, I talked about yesterday about the whole idea that the single most my scalping strategy is you always want to buy underneath the short-term move. If you're positive, you always want to buy below the moving average in the value zone, and you want to always sell above the moving average in the expensive zone, because position it's uh, much more important. Ooh, what's going on over here? Okay, all right, okay. Ooh, are you guys seeing me here, or am I freezing up? Hello, looks like I'm freezing up. What's going on over here? Testing, testing. Oh man, freezing video and sound. Yeah, 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 yeah. How is this now? Is this better? Yeah, it was. There was some kind of I think man, YouTube's been having a little bit of issues lately, so I'm hoping that this isn't going to be a problem for us going forward. Okay, okay, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, that's myself up here. Okay, how's everybody doing? What are you guys trading today? Trading anything? Oh man, what is going on here? Uh, what am I? What's going on here? All right, let's hopefully. Worst comes to worst, I'll take myself. I'll take myself off screen if there's if there's more problems with um there's more problems with. Man. All right, so we're in trade. Just a little bit of technical difficulties here. Not anything I can try. Let me see if I can see myself here. Okay. Something that's going on over here. I'm going to take myself off of here. Okay. Dollar yen. You trading dollar yen? Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 All right. First of all, let me give you the link to downloading my tool, the FlashTrader tool. Those of you who haven't downloaded, this is absolutely a great trading tool for MT4 and MT5. This is what I use to essentially do all my work in London, especially in Bitcoin and definitely in gold as well. Which is this tool allows me to just essentially instantaneously click buy and sell, and it will create stops and targets right away. It will allow me to close one position or close everything all at once. And I stagger this tool so I have like small position in chart one, a little bit bigger chart two, a little bit bigger in chart three, a little bit bigger in chart four, and this allows me to essentially resolve all of my trade cycles, hopefully in a positive territory. I trade very simply. This is the 200 period SMA, the black line. The red line is the 8 period SMA, the short moving average. When we're above that on the 1 minute chart, we're always trying to buy underneath this level, unless, and this is the key thing, unless the two moving averages are really far apart. And in the case of Bitcoin, they have to be about 0.5% wide, because Bitcoin is the most volatile of all instruments. So you want to give it lots and lots of width. When you go to gold, we use the traditional 30 basis points wide. Here's gold. Gold is actually, what's gold doing here? Let's see. Where's gold? Gold is actually just turned negative. I'm actually, I'm gonna sell gold right. No, I wanted to sell gold. Remember I told you I want to sell everything above the moving averages, not below. Um, so I'm gonna wait for this thing to rally above the moving average to see if I could get a little bit of a better entry on this position. But gold is really, really coming down. We should have shorted over here. Surprising, gold had a big rally overnight, and it given up most of its gains on a corrective move. I think gold is giving up its corrective gains because obviously we have CPI, which I'll be trading with you guys at 8:15 New York, and people are fearful that the CPI number could be a little hot. If CPI number is a little bit hot, that really keeps the Fed from lowering rates quickly. That's not good for gold, right? So that's why gold is starting to give up a little bit of its bid here. So when I'm in this position, this is not the thing that I was going to tell you is when you're in this kind of position where you're not in great entry, but you sort of like the direction of the trade, I'm just going to do half size here. And we're going to enter gold here at half size. If this thing starts to rally back up, we're going to try to work, scale our way into this position against this double top over here and see if we can resolve it. But for now, I'm just going to take a small piece just because I missed this entry above the moving average, which is where I really wanted to be on the gold position, and just let that go. Let's go see what Bitcoin is doing. Okay, Bitcoin is starting to rise a little bit into our play. A little bit slow. I'm in at 12. Yeah, I'm in at 12, and target is going to be 312. I'm scalping these positions always like with 100 points in Bitcoin and uh, 2 points in gold. So $2 per scalp in gold and 100 points in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been great for the last couple of weeks because it's been moving a couple of thousand points a day. So it's been super easy to take 100 points, 100 points, 100 points. And those things really do add up at the end of the day. But you have to be very, very flexible in terms of adjusting your positions, making sure you're in good positions, and giving lots and lots of room for volatility. Like if this thing drops right now, I'm not even going to get interested in it until we're for the second tranche of the position, until we're probably like 97,800, which is the 200 period SMA. It's got to drop a lot in order for me to take to get interested in the second tranche of the position while it's trading. And where's gold doing? Oh, gold worked. We made money in gold. Uh, 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 as I was looking at this gold worked while I was off here. Let me just one of the cool things this thing can do is it can keep a running P&L of all your closed positions. So it made a nice $100 on gold. Never always wanted to have. You always want to have more than less, right? I wish I had a half position. Should have had a full position on gold, but it wasn't a right. It wasn't the right entry. I was a little bit below the moving average, but I still like the trade. If you are scalping, and I'll talk about this a lot more in New York because this is sort of like the bread and butter of what I do. I talked about this last week about the really eye-opening book that I read called Bernoulli's. What is it called? Bernoulli's, not Flaw, but now I forgot the name of the book. Let me give you the book. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on just 1 second. Just wanted StreamYard gave me some notices. Audible. Bernoulli's fallacy, right? Bernoulli's fallacy. So Jacob Bernoulli, great mathematician, 17th century, was the sort of like the all of statistics has come out of gambling games, right? Gambling was really, really big amongst the aristocrats. Uh, Games of chance, poker, dice, all of those games sort of came out, as a way for people to try to figure out odds, right? Which is great, except it had a massive flaw. All games of chance have fixed odds, right? There's fixed odds in cards, fixed odds in poker, fixed odds in rolling dice, fixed odds even in roulette, whatever. And um, the whole basis of statistics, everything that we do now, the more well, that works great with fixed odds, artificial games. The market is a perfect example of, like, there is no fixed odds. You can go 100 times earnings, 200 times earnings, 500 times earnings. Bitcoin can go to 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. There's zero upward cap. There's no finite amount of possibilities that can happen in any financial instrument, right? And when you start applying fixed odds statistics to infinite possibility situations, you get massively, is always, guys, I'm sorry, endure me sneezing. Every morning without fail. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just always going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Real life. Because it's always a lie. You always have to what's called forward test. You have to trade in the market and adjust your strategy and position to what the market is actually doing, not what it did in the past, because the market is never going to repeat the past pattern exactly the same way it did in the past, right? So because that way of thinking about probability is in Bayesian terms. So Bayesian, let's go back to Bitcoin because I don't have any. Bitcoin is slipping a little bit, not doing much against us. Gold is starting to pop up. So here's a good example. So gold now is starting to pop up, right? And you see how gold is rising above the 8-period SMA. So we have a great little, I'm going to reset this, great little function inside this tool, which allows me to do candle close. You see the word CC over here? So what I've done here is I've set a sales trigger, but only if the candle closes red. And this is sort of like my way of giving me the highest percentage probability of confidence. Trend is negative. It's rising above the moving average, so I get a good value entry. And then I want to make sure that the price is actually going to go in the direction that I want, which is down. So I need it to close red. And as you can see right now, if the candle closed green, it wouldn't have triggered me. But now it closed red, so it triggered me. Great, I'm short. We'll initiate another position in gold. See if it starts to drift a little bit lower. And if it doesn't, we'll try to obviously repair the trade with bigger tranche sellings around these levels, because overall gold is obviously off the lows, off the highs, and it looks to me like it has a negative tilt. So when we give ourselves the way I trade is, I was saying, I'm not fully confident in this position, I said earlier, so I'm going to give it 50% confidence, which means I'm going to give it 50% normal size, starting size. And that's how you want to start thinking about all of your positions. If you're fully confident, then give it normal size. If you're only modestly confident, or maybe the entry is not ideal, it's not part of your setup, but it's generally part of your setup, but not 100% of your setup, then give the entry the type of confidence level that you think it deserves. And once you start thinking in those terms, it makes it a lot easier to understand and to be able to trade positions, because you're basically never 100% confident in anything. It's basically on a scale between, and the reason why I say this also is because if I'm somewhere at around like usually 50% confident in direction, if I'm sort of like, I think I'm not sure it's, I don't really have a lot of confidence in direction because maybe it looks like it's oversold. It's not, it's fully, I'm selling it at values where the moving averages are really, really far away from each other. So there's there's a lot of potential for a retrace back up, all those things. If I have all those situations, I will, say, oh, if I'm really like 55% confident this thing is going to go a direction, and I may just simply pass the trade because I have like an internal metric myself of like, I really want to be 60, 65 confident to even initiate a trade. And all of, and you can express all of that very, very quickly. We're naturally, the point is that we as human beings are naturally, see this, by the way, look how it's popping. Look how it's popping. We can close it up now. So here's another thing that you can do that's really, really nice. You don't necessarily have to take the full two. If you saw that there was a kind of a double bottom over here, it was, was inching downward. Great. I took half the position off. Now two trades, both of them worked out positively. I'm net positive in gold, working really, really well, right? So the net idea here is that everything that we do here, we're like, you remember I told you, if we start coming down towards the 90, 97 level, 97.8, I should, well, let's see. You know what? So what this is going to do is if the candle is green, it's going to put me into a trade. If the candle is red, it's just going to keep me out of a trade until the price turns green. Because the whole idea is, are we going to find support here? If the answer keeps going down, it'll keep me out of a second tranche position. But let's see what it's doing right now. So the basic idea is that everything I do is not a hard and fast rule set. It's a general broad guideline within which I am constantly adapting. And that's what makes trading so much fun. And also obviously what makes trading so consistent in terms of positioning. Make sure I put this up here. I'm sending you a link from our friends at ACAP who basically subsidize all of this for free. So everything that I have here, including access to our service, is all subsidized by them. So if you want to open an account with them to get these tools forever, instead of just a short period of time of sampling, all you have to do is just open up a $500 account with them, and I will give you this tool for forever, so you can use it and trade with it and have a great time with it. And you guys see me do this every single day, so I just make this offer every day to everybody who hangs out with me. So this second tranche position here, a little bit. Here's my first entry at around 200. My second entry was about 250 points below 958. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's pretty obvious that Bitcoin's uptrend kind of dying, and it looks like we're going to probably test underneath here around the 97,500, which is essentially where I'm going to be. If we drop around the 97,500 level, that'll be my third tranche of trading, and I'll trade it there. One of the today I'm trying to do something different, which is always always problematic, which is that you tried at 4 a.m. with me, Sandy? We just traded gold. We just did really well in gold. We made two winning trades in gold. And gold starting to pop back up again. So let's again revisit this, right? We're going to sell this actually, you know what? Cancel. We're going to go market in this. I'm going to sell market. You know why I'm going market in this? Because you see this candle is red over here. It actually, remember I told you I want to sell above the moving average as long as this trade, they give me the signal that I want. So this is my third attempt into gold. Maybe gold is going to what we call V shape, which is start to take out the upper moving average, which is fine. I'm more than happy to battle with gold to the higher levels. Gold has been a very, very strong trade up over the last couple of days, but today we're starting to see a pretty significant sell-off in the position. So we will we'll do the best. It's up here, right? Am I freezing up a little bit with you guys? The bandwidth here. I think am I freezing up on the screen, guys? I'm sorry. I'm just wondering if I should take myself off the screen. Damn, this is really annoying. Yeah, I know. Not great. Okay, am I a little bit better now? I see I'm a little bit better. I wonder if I take myself off. Okay, what about sound now? Do you hear me sound? Do you hear me with sound now? Are you guys seeing me with sound now? God, man, today has just been a nightmare. What's going on over here? Sound and image. You said yes. I need to know yes. Just it's a yes or no question. I can't read your mind, guys. It's really frustrating. I need to yes, no, good. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So I don't. It's some kind of a chop fucking thing going on over here. Really driving me nice. Okay. Thank you. Um, so let's review. The trade sequence in gold where my scalps came in. So I came in on this position over here, not a great position, right? Underneath the moving average, but we were already starting to sell off. The moving average is starting to separate, right? And my ideal trade would have been up here. Moving average moves above the short term, and then it goes red, and I would have been able to sell over here. Great entry. I didn't get that great entry, so I said, okay, let's go half position, and the price falls. Then the next move is we go back up above the moving average, turn red over here, right over here, and we sell again. Great. Then we soar back above the moving average, turn red over here, and I sell over here, and we drop again, right? So 3 quick continuous scalps, all against this, moving average over here, all in a very, very, clean fashion. So that was gold. Gold is obviously working really, really well. Here's Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is a different beast. Bitcoin, we started on the first tranche over here, which was not great. What I should have been able to do is to have my first tranche over here. But again, I was late, So I sort of started a little bit above the moving average, which is not where I want to be. So then we had to come back and take a second tranche over here, and the second tranche over here is kind of starting to come back to its initial entry position. So if the second tranche rallies, we should be able to mitigate the whole position and get out of it. But right now, we're basically sort of in second tranche position, and if it goes against us, we're going to be looking at a third tranche position at around 97,500 underneath the 200 period SMA right over here against this particular support, and see if we can resolve it there. But it's slow. Today's obviously very slow markets. We have CPI coming out in front of us. The markets aren't going to be doing anything until US CPI. I'm going to be trading US CPI with you guys today. Hopefully, we will not be having any issues uh, um, on bandwidth. I'm going to double check my bandwidth, double check my computers. Looks like it's starting um, to trade a little bit better, right? You guys can see me. Um, the bandwidth actually showing up a little bit better on my thing here. But yeah, it's Christoph is still. Sorry, guys. One more time on the sound. Is the sound still choppy, or do you guys hear me better now? I am trading New York and London every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're trading both. Yes. Um, Sound is good now. Thanks, Sandy. I'm sorry to bother you guys with so much sound, but it's clearly, YouTube having issues the last couple of days, so it's really annoying in terms of working this out. But yeah. Okay, so just second tranche in Bitcoin, just waiting to see if this thing can rally back up a little bit. Give us a trade of Bitcoin. The gold trades have all worked really nicely. Gold, we could have had one more gold. I sort of took my eye off the ball on gold here, but we could have had another entry on gold here. So the entry on gold would have been somewhere around here. We could have seen another maybe $1, $2, $100 scalp on gold this way, but that's fine. The key thing, as I was saying to you guys, is in terms of my particular setup. And by the way, this is the MetaTrader 5 versions of this stuff. I'm trading MetaTrader 5 because obviously we're trading for 8cap. It's a MetaTrader 5 broker. It's really great broker. And all these tools are specifically designed. They're proprietary. They're totally free to you if you open an account with them. And they basically make my life a dream, because I designed these tools specifically so I could scalp every single position. You really haven't even seen me. We've had such slow markets that you haven't seen me have the full need of these tools, where, like, for example, if the market is fast and we need to take trades quickly and then resolve them really quickly, this close all button is just a dream. It can turn a whole bunch of losing trades into a single winning trade right away by taking scalps. So super useful tool. I hope you guys really enjoy it and trade with it. But we obviously also have the indicator, the indicator on TradingView, same indicator that I have on MetaTrader right now. And again, that's also part of my offer to you guys. If you open an account with ACAP, let me put the link in there. If you open an account with ACAP, this obviously doesn't apply to U.S. customers. That's why it's a London offer, London situation. You'll get access to all of this. You get the access to my proprietary indicator, which we use in New York as well as all the MetaTrader tools and everything else. So hopefully, you really like it. But what I was going to say is, you're looking at Bitcoin right now, right? Used on the TradingView indicator, which is a lot more sharper, has a lot more refined ideas. and you see that there was, we have a couple of buy points over here around this 200 period SMA, but the trade is very, very quiet today. Usually, Bitcoin would have had much bigger ranges, but it's the last couple of days it's been sort of consolidating, and it's interesting. It's been consolidating, in my opinion. If we kind of go into, like, let's just do the 1 hour chart just to kind of look at this. If you look at Bitcoin from a longer point of view, so we had that big burst to above 100,000, right? And we've been consolidating around this 95. And I think we're sort of in this period of balance between 95 and 105 as the new zone. And if there's going to be a more severe correction, I think what's going to happen is Bitcoin is going to give up the 95,000. If it gives up 95,000 and heads towards 90,000, then you can be pretty confident that this is a near-term top, and there's just going to be some kind of a corrective move here back down to the 60, 70,000, right? Matter of fact, let's put up a poll. We haven't done a poll today at all. Yes, a MetaTrader BFF is available on MetaTrader. Yes, I rewrote BFF for MetaTrader as well. Let me do a poll with you guys. I'm just actually curious on Bitcoin. Bitcoin will hit 105K first. Oops, sorry. 105K first. 90K first. I'm actually curious what you guys think. Here's the poll. Let's take a look at what you guys are voting on. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely consolidative mode here. Here we go, just doing nothing. And we may not have it. I may not have a resolution of this trade. This may take me off screen to resolve, and I'll let you know tomorrow. Yesterday, by the way, I think I was trading with you guys. Coin that kind of held, and then I resolved off screen. As you can see, obviously, I resolved it positively off screen yesterday, but it took a long time. So sometimes you just have to be very, very patient. We had some great sessions where you had huge volatility during London, like much from any of these things. I think gold is going to be quiet too as well. Where's gold? So gold is interesting. So gold now is kind of coming back above the moving average. We're going to let it go. We're not going to take any positions now because the selling seems to have abated right now and needs to come back down below here. Here's a good example, by the way, of why using a let me go big screen here. Let me just take this on the big screen. Let me do this on TradingView, because TradingView is a much better. Bitcoin is popping. Is it right? No, hold on a second. What? Oh, that looked bigger than it did because it was just on TradingView. Okay, Bitcoin is starting to pop into our net positive position. But what I was going to say is, let's take a look at gold, right? Why I'm such a, here's a big zoom in on gold. You can always see this much better on TradingView than anything else. So if, let's say, we want to get short here. Now, in this case, it did trigger a short over here, which will sort of fake this out. But generally, like if I get a short here, and let's say, we get stopped out or the trade doesn't work, the next trade always has to be on the next red break, because if you don't wait for the candle to kind of confirm your initial direction to the downside, you could have endless amount of green candles and you're just shorting against all those green candles, and it becomes very, very expensive and very problematic. You always want to see some sign of direction in your move in your direction before you initiate any kind of a scalp position, especially in the way that I trade here in London. In New York, I do a little bit different ideas because we're trading futures and I do a little bit different things. But with these things where I'm trading tranches and I can hold more than one position, it definitely behooves me to wait until I see the red zones to come trading. As a matter of fact, you can see that in all of my gold signals over here on the indicator, the signals themselves. Here we go. Don't initiate until I have a red candle. So you have a move back up. You have a red candle over here. That's your first sell. You have a red candle over here. That's your second sell. You have a red candle over here. You have a third sell. So these all give you much better entries. They don't, the negative of it is that you don't always get the best price, but you get the higher quality direction. And I'd rather, trade off, I'd rather have a trade off of having more confidence in direction than having the best price. I always want to have the best possible price, but direction is also important. So it's always a balancing act, balancing act on both of these. What is a tranche? A tranche is just simply a, a slice. It's a French word for slice. It basically means entry one, entry two, entry three. I'm selling one piece here, one piece there, one piece there. It's a term in finance, Sandy. Learn financial terms. Then when they sell, tranches of bonds, like let's say the 2015 tranche, or the 2016 tranche, and 2017 tranche, just pieces of an instrument. That's all it is. All right, where am I on? This gold is done. Bitcoin is super quiet. So I got a meeting a little bit early today, and nothing much is going on here, guys. So I'm gonna we're gonna close up shop here and reconstitute ourselves for the New York session. Hopefully, I will not have any issues with sound. Looks like sound finally came in. We're a little bit better here. You guys seem. Oh no, I still see me frozen. Am I still frozen? A little bit frozen here. I'm scalping on a 1 minute time frame. All right. Because of all these technical issues, guys, I'm going to go and see if we can fix them for New York, which will be a much more. I saw all of that on the gold position. Here's the gold. Here's our history for gold. Really, really nice. All three winners, and you get to see, hopefully you guys enjoy the scalping session. I will see you guys 8:15 a little bit later today. Everybody have a great day. Bye bye.